This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage, and we'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate. Latitude Signage and Design, the Dairy Barn. Our strikeouts are brought to you by Michelle's Dance Academy. Our foul balls are brought to you by Circus Financial Center. Our innings are brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm. Also a shout out to our business card sponsors up there in the top right hand corner. So we have Latitude Signs, Michelle's Dance Academy, Turnkey Realty, Kurt's Collision Center, Polly Ice Pizza, Circus Financial Center, West Finch Auto Plaza, the Dairy Barn, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, and Grinnell Firestone. So thank you to all those fine sponsors of the Tiger Sports live stream network. Got to toss it over to Chris Juni for our call tonight.
All right, Dan Walker, thank you very much, and very pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grinnell Tiger Softball Complex and Grinnell Tiger Softball here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. I'm Chris June alongside Dan Walker. Glad to have you with us on this Monday night. And tonight the Grinnell Tigers host an old, long-time rival. The Pella Dutch come up from Marion County to the softball complex, at least for the last time as far as conference scheduling goes. No, they couldn't possibly host them down the road, but as we've been well documented, Grinnell, of course, leaves the Little Hawkeye Conference next year, starting the fall of 23 competition for the WAMAC Conference. So both teams coming in, not the seasons they hoped. Pella coached by Katie Gravert. They're 5-11 overall, 1-7 in the conference. Grinnell Tigers coached by Mike Doty. They're 9-5 overall, 2-4 the conference, but Tigers are on a 3-game losing streak right now and hope to get that ship righted tonight here as they host the Dutch. Starting lineups go together this way. First for the visiting Pella Dutch. It's not the Lady Dutch anymore, or it's just strictly the Dutch. Here we go. Leading off for the Dutch and playing third base, number 20, Ava Curry. Batting second, center fielder, number 6, Kylie Talkie. Batting third, second baseman, number 15, Katie Shekel. Batting fourth, catching, number 14, Lucy Carlson. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 2, Katie Pollock. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 24, Peyton Lyons. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 12, Kiara Riggin. Batting eighth, and the designated player is number 11, Ela Heimstra. We'll explain the designated player in just a moment for those of you not familiar with softball rules. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 9, Cameron Long. And pitching tonight, but not batting, is number 16, Sage DeYoung. Now, the designated player it's like a designated hitter in baseball. In this case, Elia Heemstra is batting 8th in the lineup, and Sage DeYoung will not bat, the pitcher, so she is in effect batting for that. But Sage DeYoung will play in the field, whereas Elia Heemstra will not play in the field. So that's a quick summary of that rule. For the Grinnell Tigers and head coach Mike Doty, as we said, 9-5 overall, 2-4 in the conference, though in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. They'll lead off with Ella Greif, first baseman, number 13. Batting second, center fielder, number 23, Kate Van Compernoll. Batting third, catching, number 6, Greta Dodd. Batting fourth and pitching tonight, number 16, Rihanna Reese. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 17, Kylie Bond. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 32, Kelsey Van Compernoll. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 33, Macy Andrews. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 3, Riley Imhoff. Batting ninth and playing third base, number 15, Alyssa Flander. And playing in left field, but not batting, number 5, Kennedy Harms. So the Tigers and the Dutch scoring off tonight. Now Pella, as you said, not the season the Dutch used to having. Again, 5-11 overall, just 1-7 in the conference. And they are led, basically Ava Curry. She's leading them in hits. She's batting .490 with 18 runs, 13 RBIs, 1 homer, 10 doubles, and 10 stolen bases. And Ava Curry is playing third base. She's also a pitcher for the Dutch as well. RBI leader, though, is Katie Shekel, a first year. 17 hits, batting .321 with 15 RBIs. Curry right behind her with 13 RBIs. And strikeouts, Sage DeYoung has 22 strikeouts and 55 1/3 innings pitched for Coach Katie Grovert and the Pella Dutch. For head coach Mike Doty and the Grinnell Tigers, they are led statistically in hitting by Greta Dodd, the senior, batting .517 with 16 RBIs, 4 home runs, and 2 doubles, 15 hits on the season. Riley Imhoff is leading the team in ERA with a 2.10 ERA, but just in 6 2/3 inning pitch. And strikeouts, Rhiannon Reese is the leader for that with 33 strikeouts and 27 1/3 innings pitched. As you can see on the field, the teams are completing the warm-ups, and at this point, having coached basketball, what you tell your team is, look, this is the start of a new week. The good thing about softball games is they all come pretty quick. You can't have a long memory. You got to flush it and let it go. And so I'm sure Coach Doty said, look, this is the start of a new week. We played Indianola and Norwalk, arguably 2 of the better teams in the conference, hung right with them, but got the losses. Lost Indianola in a single game, lost Norwalk in a doubleheader here last Friday. But, it's a new week. You start over, and now you got the Dutch coming to town. And certainly they're going to be hungry, looking for a win. I'm sure their coach, Katie Gravert, has said, look, Grinnell's just right above us in the standings with only a few more wins. This is when we can sneak in and get. So, her team will come ready to play. And one thing I've learned about Pella over the years, no matter what the sport is, they come out and compete extremely hard, whether it's boys or girls or anything. And it's not a surprise, or at least it shouldn't be a surprise to any Grinnell Tiger coach, athlete, and or parent who's been around long enough. The Dutch always come to play. And very rarely do they beat themselves, and they compete at a very high level. And so, as a team, you're forced to match that. I'm sure that's what Coach Doty also stressed. Just compete. Don't worry about last week. It's gone. Get rid of it, and come out and play your game, play Tiger softball, and we will be just fine. This is the first of 3 other games this week. We have, 4 games this week, 1 tonight, and then we have baseball tomorrow night on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. The Tiger boys will host Benton and Bobcats in a non-conference ball game over at Fowler Field. And then back here Wednesday, the softball complex, the Grinnell Tigers will have a doubleheader as they host the Pella Christian Eagles. A doubleheader. We'll have both games Wednesday night on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. And that game will start, first game at 5:30, and then the second one about 20 or 30 minutes after that completion. And that'll do it for the broadcast week here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Speaking of the baseball, the boys team is hosting the Pella Dutch tonight over on Fowler Field for a baseball game as well, which is kind of the way the season goes. They try to have the little Hawkeye Conference teams play each other in the same complex, and At some schools, the complexes are far apart, baseball and softball, and others like Grinnell, and others like here at Grinnell, they are right next to each other. So, we'll see how that pans out and how that plays out. We'll get your scores and updates of that as well. And then as we get ready for the night, not a bad weather night. Overcast sky. Looked like a rain might have been brewing up a little bit, but then it kind of broke apart. Now it's just pretty much mostly cloudy sky. Cool temperature tonight. Game time temperature is going to be under 70 degrees when we start this. And could be a little chilly by the end of the night, actually, as we get down towards the latter half of the season. But never fear. We live in Iowa, and I heard the forecast tonight is supposed to warm right back up to the mid-80s and low 90s that we all love and know at this time of year by the end of the week. So Tigers and Dutch set to square it off for the umpteenth time again. A little bit of extra. You don't need much attached to that rivalry, but just a little bit extra with this one. This will be the last time Pella will come here. I'm sure they're not shedding any tears driving to Grinnell, but, we have to go down there still and play them down there. But then the last time these two schools are going to compete, this will mark when Grinnell Tigers play Pella down there in softball and baseball. That'll mark the end of the conference competition between the two schools because, as we said, Grinnell Tigers will move to the WAMAC Conference starting next year for fall of 2023. So when we take the air this fall for the volleyball coverage on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network, you won't see teams like, you might non-conference, but they're going to see, instead of teams like Pella and Oskaloosa and Indianola and Norwalk, you're going to see teams like Benton Community, Marion, South Tama, Williamsburg, Clear Creek, Amana, Independence, Center Point, Urbana. All those schools will be coming to Grinnell Tiger Gym as we start that new season, so a bit of an adjustment there. Tigers getting their warm-ups in right now. Again, field's in great shape. Not much rain. Should be pretty dry. Look for a great night of softball. It's a beautiful night to compete if you're an athlete, especially if you're one of those catchers. I'm sure Greta Dodd in her 40 pounds of gear and the Pella equivalent, their catcher is loving this night. Upper 60s, a little bit of breeze, cool breeze, so anything to do to keep cool. My son caught for years, and I can attest, it is brutal back there. It's brutal for everybody, but especially the catchers with the mask on, the headgear, and all that. So should not be a factor tonight. I just said Tigers coming in, sporting a 3-game losing streak, kind of unusual in the Mike Doty era, especially the last few years. But they played Indianola last week, lost a game. They hung right with them to the very end, and the Indians broke it open for the victory. And then they split a doubleheader with Norwalk last Friday here at the softball complex. So, again, quick turnaround. You can't worry about it. They squeeze a lot of games in. There's 4 this week. I think next week there's 4 or 5. So, again, not a lot of time, quick memory, you turn it around. And as far as players' health as well, as a coach, you have to juggle things. And even I know baseball has a pitching count, and softball they don't have that, but still, you have to juggle your pitchers, juggle your catchers and players. You don't want them to get burned out or get overworked and not give their bodies time to recover because it is a workout, and they're exerting a lot of effort out here, and so that recovery time is just as valuable in softball as in baseball. Frankly, valuable in all sports, no matter what sport you are doing. We'll take this break. If the Tigers finish the warm-ups, we'll be back with some more words, and we'll pause for the national anthem. Then we'll have softball, Grinnell Tigers versus Pella Dutch on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before, or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Pollyeyes Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, Latitude Signage and Design, and the Dairy Barn.
All right, back here at the Grinnell Tiger Softball Complex. You can see the coaches are meeting with the umpires for their pregame meeting. The home coach, Mike Doty, explaining the intricacies and uniqueness of the Tiger softball field, not only to the umpires, but also to the visiting coach, Katie Gravert. Again, both teams coming in trying to get their fortunes turned around and righting the ship, so to speak. Pella certainly in last place in the Little Hawkeye Conference, not a position they are used to being in. They've had some down years, but 1-7 overall, or rather 1-7 in the conference and 5-11 overall, certainly not where the Dutch are used to being. Meanwhile, the Grinnell Tigers, if you look at their overall record, 9-5, you think, oh, that's not too bad. But just to show you how brutal the Little Hawkeye Conference is, Tigers are 2-4 in that Little Hawkeye. And I know I have not checked the rankings, but I do know that as of last week, in the Little Hawkeye Conference, across all classes, there were 3 teams ranked in the top, and they go, the girls union does 15, the boys different, but in softball they do top 15. There were 3 Little Hawkeye Conference teams in the top 10 total in the Little Hawkeye, or in the rankings rather. So again, we've talked about it. We sound like we're repeating ourselves, beating a dead horse, but it bears saying Little Hawkeye Conference, just very, very tough competition year in and year out. Of course, after the pregame here, then we'll have the national anthem. We'll pause for that. And then we'll have softball. Again, first of 4 broadcasts. Tomorrow night again, baseball. Tigers boys host Benton Community at Fowler Field. That game right around 7:30. We'll have that on the Tiger Sports live stream network. And then back here Wednesday night for a softball doubleheader as the Grinnell Tigers host the Pella Christian Eagles here at the softball complex. Speaking of Tiger Sports live stream, we have a website. You can go to that, tsl.com. It's on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. I think I got that wrong, Dan, so you're gonna correct me on that. So, and it's on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. And then also we're on Facebook and also on YouTube. Just search Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, and then hit the search. When we pop up, you'll come to our basic page. You can hit that like button. We appreciate that. And if you want to be notified of any time we are going to take the air for broadcasting purposes, just hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we are set to take the air. For those of you new to the Tiger Sports Live Stream, we are do Grinnell Tiger home contest, and we are on the web and have a live stream service. So glad to have you along with us on this Monday night. Again, just a beautiful night for softball. Lights are on here at the softball complex. Cloudy skies. Clouds seem to be kind of breaking up. It was mainly overcast here about an hour ago when I got here, but now clouds are kind of breaking up a little bit, and If they do that, that temperature is going to drop down. We're going to get down to a low in the upper 50s before we're said and done tonight. Current temperature right now sitting at 70 degrees. Again, you can't dwell on the fact that you're on a 3-game losing streak like the Tigers. You have 4 games this week. You had 5 last week. You got 4 this week. You got 3 or 4 next week. So it just comes bang, 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 all one after another. And the Pella dish just being introduced. And now switch it over to the Grinnell Tigers, so they will have their intro music. Again, some nice stats for the Grinnell Tigers as well. Ella Greif really having a great year, a senior year, just like you'd want to have it. Again, she leads the team in a lot of categories, first and foremost in hits. She has 15 hits, batting .517 with 14 runs, 16 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 home runs. The school record, I'm told, is 6 home runs. So, not to put a jinx on that, but that is within striking distance. And then 16 stolen bases. Also in RBIs, right behind her is Ella Greif. Ella Greif has 12 RBIs on the season. So Tigers got some punch up and down the lineup, and that's obviously what you hope for. You know, people say, oh, you put your weaker hitters at the bottom, which that may be true. But if you can get delivery out of your 6, 7, and 8 hitters, or 7, 8, 9 hitters, you're going to be pretty successful as a ball club, whether you're softball or baseball. All right. Teams are getting lined up for the national anthem, and we will pause, as we always do on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network, for the playing of our national anthem. This is Grinnell Tiger Softball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. And as Dan mentioned earlier, our sponsors are located, the business card sponsors in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Also our specialty sponsors, Strikeout sponsored by Michelle's Dance Academy. Innings brought to you by Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance. And the foul balls brought to us by Sirks Financial Center, Dustin Smith, Tom Sirks, and Natalie Pavey on Main Street here in downtown Grinnell. Anxious to see here how the Tigers come out. Sometimes those losing streaks can get you down. But pretty solid and pretty salty group with good senior leadership. So I would look for them to come out focused and intense and intent on, as they say, protecting their house and not letting the Dutch get a W here in the friendly confines of Grinnell Tiger Softball Complex. Teams finishing up their warm-ups. Long-time official, coach, and everything else by East Marshall Way, Mike Vint, behind the plate tonight. Mike Vint has done several state tournaments and a very well-respected official. So the game is in good hands tonight. There's a throw down from the Tiger catcher, Greta Dodd. And we are set to get started here. Grinnell Tiger Softball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Chris Junie, Dan Walker with you on this Monday night. Leading off for the Dutch, third baseman number 20, Ava Curry. As you said, she kind of is the straw that stirs the drink for the Dutch. Leads them in a lot of categories. batting left, so we're going to say she has some type of slap bunt or slap hit she can do. Lots of speed, I'm guessing, and here's the first pitch from Reese. Inside for ball one. Reese on the mound for the Tigers, and Coach Mike Doty tonight leads the team in strikeouts with 22 strikeouts on the season. Pitch does not get the inside corner for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 now to Ava Curry. Reese tries a pitch that slides across the plate for a called strike. Nice pitch by Reese. The pitch started on the inside almost towards the batter, then broke across the plate as it got there to the plate. 2-1 now, your count. Swung on and fouled up and back out of play. And that's our first Cirques Financial foul ball. Foul ball is sponsored all season long by Cirques Financial Services. Don't run afoul of your financial situation. Call or see Tom Cirques, Dustin Smith, or Natalie Pavey at Cirques Financial today on Main Street in downtown Grinnell. 2-2 pitch. Changeup missed high for ball 3. Count is full now. Again, always dangerous. Leadoff hitter Ava Curry. Obviously want to protect her and not let her get on base. 2-2 swung on and foul back again by Curry. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Count remains at full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Kylie Talkie, the center fielder. And then when she gets done, second baseman Katie Shekel will bat for the Dutch. 3-2 pitch is low. Oh, called strike 3. Mike Vint with the call. Curry thought she had first base. She tossed the bat and got about a third of the way down. And that is a Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout. Our first one of this game. Hopefully first of many, many more tonight. So a delayed call, but Reese gets a strikeout and there's 1 down. That brings up Kylie Talkie, the center fielder for the Dutch. Here's a pitch from Reese. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count, 1 out here, top of the first. Just underway here at the softball complex. Grinnell and Pella in softball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Scores to bunt, pops the ball up. Giving chase is the Tiger catcher. And that would be Greta Dodd, and it goes back to the off the fence for strike 2. 0-2 count now to Tauke. Squares to bunt. Then pulls it back, and here comes the pitch from Reese. Outside for ball 1. Good discipline by Tauke not to chase that outside pitch. You see a lot of pitchers look to do that. They get ahead in the count like that, 0-2. You'll see a lot of them throw something on the outside part of the plate. See if they can get the hitter to chase it. 1-2 delivery. Swung on and popped up in the infield right to the second baseman. Makes the catch. Van Compernoll makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up the second baseman, number 15, Katie Shekel. So far, Reese right on script, 2 up, 2 down. And Shekel steps in, the second baseman for the Dutch, and coach Katie Gravert. Here's the delivery. Swung on and ripped to right center. That pitch hung up there, and that's a base hit to the wall. She's going to get 2 and be held up right there. Nice double, no doubt about that one. That was really smoked. That pitch got upstairs a little bit. If you can see that watching that at home, it stayed high. I think Reese wanted that down a little bit more, but it got up there in the swing zone, and Shekel did what you're supposed to do with that pitch and just crushed it to right center. Brings up the catcher, number 14, Lucy Carlson. See if anything's on. Nope, no bunt on, and the pitch inside for ball 1. Carlson, the Dutch catcher. Ahead in the count, 1-0 to Reese. Here's the delivery. Inside again for ball 2. And again, every umpire has a different strike zone. Just like in any sport, you have to adjust to the officiating. Sometimes they give you the inside corner or outside corner. Sometimes they don't. As long as they're consistent, nice off-speed pitch by Reese. Swing and a miss for strike one. It's up to the player and the coaches to adjust. The only time they may have a complaint or beef is if that zone changes throughout the game. Catches the inside corner for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlson now. Nice battle back from Reese. She was behind the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Now it's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up foul. Third base side. Does Tigers have a play? Yes, they do. Ball is caught by the Tiger third baseman, Leslie Flander, for the third out. No runs, no 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. No score between Grinnell and Pella on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Maid and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
All right, to the bottom of the first inning we go. Once again, our innings brought to us all season long by Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance on the corner of 6th and West in Grinnell. And we appreciate him as we appreciate all of our sponsors bringing those games home to you. Tigers will send Ella Greif, Kate Van Compernoll, and Greta Dodd, the top 3 1-2-3 hitters to the plate. If anybody gets on, Reese, the pitcher, will bat. In the 4th position, facing Sage DeYoung for the Dutch. There's the throw down from the Dutch catcher, Lucy Carlson. And Greif steps in. Of course, Greif leading the Tigers in hitting, batting up around over 500, leads the team in home runs with 4. So obviously, very dangerous hitter, and I'm sure Coach Gravert has explained that to her Dutch players. Even though they haven't seen Ella Greif, they have heard about it, I'm sure. So a strategy in place. Here's the first pitch. Inside for ball 1. Greif steps out of the box and back in. DeYoung gets a sign from a catcher. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Nice pitch that time by DeYoung. Again, I'm sure with the instruction of the game plan going is don't give Greif anything to hit. If you have to walk her, just don't give her something she can hit. 1-1 on the way. Inside corner for ball 2. Nice breaking ball pitch that time. Good discipline by Greif to lay off that one. That looked pretty good from up here. But Mike Vince says it's a ball, 2-1. Swung on and popped up underneath it just a bit to right field. Making the play back is the Pella right fielder. And Greif flies out to right field for the first Tiger out. That brings up center fielder number 23, Kate Van Compernoll.
Number 23, Kate Van Compernoll.
Van Compernoll. Tigers lead the conference in stolen bases. And the Van Compernoll, a lot of speed in the dugout that Coach Doty can use, and he will use it. He's always been aggressive throughout his 9-year career. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, hit right back up off the pitcher's leg. That's going to go for a base hit. So they're going to call a time and allow the coach to come out and check the pitcher. Umpire Mike Vince is going to come out and check. You can see the smile from her. She's like, yeah, I'm fine. That was nothing. So Van Compernoll gets on with a single. And that brings up the catcher, number 6, Greta Dodd. See if Coach Doty holds true. I just gave him a big shout out about being aggressive and stealing bases. Let's see what we do here. Scoring the bunt. There goes the base runner. Pitches the ball. Throw is high. And so stolen base for Van Compernoll. And pitch was called a ball, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. And lest you think you relax, if this is the first time you're seeing Tiger softball, Coach Doty will have his players steal third upon occasion as well. So everybody needs to pay attention, especially the Pella Dutch. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped foul down the third baseline. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Should be 1 ball, 1 strike. Mr. Vint, the home plate umpire, is going to shuffle off the dirt across it. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Tiger catcher. DeYoung with the delivery. Right down the middle, hit sharply right to shortstop. Nice play across the diamond in time to get the out. That ball was laced. Ava Curry with the put out. Van Compernoll advances to third, but now there are 2 out. That brings up the pitcher, number 16, Reese. DeYoung with the pitch. Swung on and ripped up. That's going to be a base hit, and it's going to score a run. And Reese beats it out. And just like that, the Tigers get the run across. Reese gets an RBI with a single. And the Tigers lead 1-0. Hey, you're not giving stop points like I used to tell when I coached basketball. I don't care how you put the ball in the basket, as long as you put it in our basket and it goes in. It's 2 points either way. That was like a little hit with a lot of spin on it. It hit the dirt and just died, and nothing the Pella infielders could do. So nice contact by Reese. Gets on base, gets the run, and Tigers lead 1-0 with 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. We do have a courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher, Reese. We'll get to that number here in just a moment. Kylie Bond, the Tiger shortstop, steps in to face DeYoung. Runner fakes going and pitch a ball outside. Looks like that is number 4, I believe, maybe 8. Hard to see from our angle here. We'll get that for you here in just a minute, but 1-0 now. The count to Kylie Bond. Bond taking her time, stepping back in. Now we are ready. Here's the pitch from DeYoung. Pitch breaks inside for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kylie Bond taking her time out there. Unlike the pro baseball, who have in effect a shot clock, how long you step in, high school softball and baseball don't have any time. Now the runners goes, pitches up for a ball. Throw down is in time. The sweep tag applied, and just like that, Reese is gunned down 2-4. So Kylie Bond will come up to bat, but that takes care of the Tigers. Do get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and none left. After 1 complete, your score, Grinnell 1, Pella 0 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Grinnell Mutual. In this top of the second inning is brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
So here we go to the top of the second inning. Katie Pollock, Peyton Lyons, and Kiara Riggin for the Dutch. Katie Pollock, left fielder, steps in. Dutch trail the Tigers 1-0. Tiger infield drawn in, expecting a slap bunt, and there it was. A slap hit, fouled off for strike 1, a Cirques Financial foul ball. What I mean by slap bunt or slap hit is if you watch the batters on the left-hand side, not all of them, but a lot of them, as the pitch is coming in, they start taking some steps towards the pitcher or up in the box. This gives them momentum, and they just try to get the bat on the ball, make contact, and then hope to beat it out. either by a bunt or hit. And there's the same thing again. Pollock doing that again, and that was taken low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Most teams have lefties that do that. Or they can put it on. Tiger infield way in. Flander way in at third base. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You wouldn't think they would do try to slap hit or a bunt anyway with 2 strikes, because if you do, you foul it off, you're out. There's a pitch, swung and chopped back foul to the fence. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. An absolutely beautiful night here in Grinnell for softball or any activity you want to do. No wind, flag in center field, hanging limp. 1-2 now on the way from Reese. Swung on and chopped foul once again. Coach Mike Doty kind of asked the dugout, was she out of the box? And umpire Mike Vint points and says no, she was not. You have to have both feet completely out of the box, and they even give you some leeway on that. So it's just a foul ball. First still remains 1-2. Swung on, and that pitch, not swung on, pardon me. She came forward like she wanted to swing and then pulled back, and that pitch missed high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the Dutch left fielder, Katie Pollock. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and popped up to the infield. Shortstop Kylie Bond ranges back, has it, makes a catch for that first out. So Pollock is retired. Brings up the first baseman, number 24, Peyton Lyons.
The first baseman for the Dutch, number 24, Peyton Lyons.
Just the one hit by the Dutch. Shekel doubled back in the first inning, but was stranded at second. Pitch up and in from Reese for ball 1 to Lyons. As I said, one of these teams is going to snap their losing streak tonight, as the Tigers are coming into this with a 3-game losing streak. There's a pitch, swing and a miss. What a cut by Peyton Lyons. She was trying to send that one halfway to Newton. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Wow. Big swing. 1-1 delivery on the way. That pitch catches the outside corner, says Mike Vint, for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tigers lead 1-0 here. Top of the second inning on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network by YouTube. Pitch, swing and a miss. Upstairs for strike 3, and Lyons goes down. My wife plays softball. That's Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout. Our second win of the ball game. Our thanks to Michelle's Dance Academy and all our sponsors for sponsoring not only the broadcast, but these special items as well. Brings up Kara Riggin, the third baseman for the Dutch. Reese with the delivery, outside and low for ball 1. My wife, she loved him right up there, right across her shoulders, about chest high. And that ball rose. It started there, then rose higher, up by her chin by the time she swung, and Lyons missed it for the strikeout. Again, Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout. Second pitch upstairs as well for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Tiger Boys baseball team is hosting Pella Dutch over on Fowler Field. We'll try to get you scores and updates on that as well as we go out throughout the evening. 2-0 delivery. Now 2-1, swing and a miss as Reese took something off that pitch. I'll get it right, folks, I promise. 2 balls and a strike now to Riggin. Facing Rhiannon Reese. Pitch misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Good discipline and patience by Riggin, the Dutch third baseman, up at the plate. 3-1 delivery coming here from Reese. Right down the chute. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning here at the softball complex. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped foul. Up and out of play over the right-hand side. A Cirques Financial foul ball. Stop in or call Cirques Financial Services on Main Street in downtown Grinnell. Tom Cirques, Dustin Smith, Natalie Pavey. Stop in and see them to get your financial questions answered and help chart a plan for your financial future. 3-2 from Reese. Check swing, and they look, and they say it was a strike. They appeal down to first base umpire. First base umpire says, yes, she did go around, and that is another strikeout, another Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout, a third of the ball game, and that retires the Dutch. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. After 1.5, Grinnell leads Pella 1-0 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate and the Dairy Barn.
And again, our inning is brought to us all season long by Brett Nichols, State Farm. Kylie Bond gets to bat again. As you recall, she was up as it takes the first pitch from DeYoung in there for a strike. Bond was up with a 2-1 count when Tigers stole third base and Rihanna Reese was caught for the third out. So Kylie Bond gets to bat and she takes the first pitch for strike one. That pitch breaking away from the right-handed hitting Bond. Nice pitch by DeYoung. Fouls it off for strike two. It's a Cirques Financial foul ball. DeYoung now ahead of the count to Bond, 0-2. Bond very deliberate, making DeYoung wait. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Swung on and hit to right center field. Going back. It is over the head, off the fence on the fly. Bond going to 2. Is she going to stretch to 3? No, Coach Doty holds her, and she is tagged out. She turned and looked at Coach Doty. The throw came in. So Bond had a double there and then got caught and a bit overrun and was tagged out. So a 9-6 out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 32, Kelsey Van Campanel, the Tiger second baseman. Kylie Bond looked up to the coach to see if she should keep going or not. She put the brakes on, the turn back, the throw was there. Easy play for the Dutch to tag her out, and that's too bad. Pitch in there for a ball one. So good contact by Kylie. But good alert play by the Dutch as well. Pitch up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Sage DeYoung on the mound. Actually, pitcher circle is not really a mound in softball. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and popped foul down the right field line. Giving chase is the Pella Dutch, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. 4, strike 1. Into the Cirques Financial foul ball. 2 balls and a strike. Macy Andrews, the designated player, and then Riley Imhoff, the right fielder. Scheduled to bat this half inning for the Tigers and Coach Mike Doty. Pitch inside and low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Check that, Coach Mike, or rather Mike Vince says 2 balls, 2 strikes. Okay. Very good. There's this ball swung and chopped towards third, scooped up by the Dutch third baseman and fires across. Riggin hammers it across the field, gets Van Campanel for the second out. Brings up the designated player, number 33, Macy Andrews. Her mom of the Michelle's Dance Academy fame. And Dad, Nathan, we'll give the dads a shout out too with Father's Day coming up. There's Andrews, fouls it off and just lands foul over everybody, falls to the ground for strike one, another Circus Financial foul ball. We got to give a shout out not only to Michelle, but thanks for sponsoring our strikeouts, but also the dad with Father's Day coming up. So, as all the dads coming, hope you have a wonderful week and a wonderful Father's Day coming up this weekend. 0-1 now the count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Check swing and called strike by Mike Vint. And Andrews now in the hole, 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Macy Andrews against Sage DeYoung. Here's the pitch. Inside, gets past the catcher for ball 1. Again, nice discipline by Andrews not to swing at that inside pitch. And when I say that, there's a reason, because most pitchers on an 0-2, their head like that, they're going to give you something that's probably going to be a ball, but you're also told as a hitter to protect the play, try to foul it off, Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul once again, just like that. Andrews doing a nice job of hitting. Got contact on the ball, fouled it off, and she lives to bat another day. That's another Circus Financial foul ball, by the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, as a hitter, you're taught to make contact, foul it off till you get the one you want, but yet you don't want to chase one outside the zone either. 1-2 delivery. Swung on again, hit foul right off the handles that time, but again, Andrews doing her part. She committed a swing, and she fouled it off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another Circus Financial foul ball. If you're wondering, that's a lot of foul balls. Yes, it is, but we're a long way to go from when we had Dallas and Grimes here a couple weeks ago. That pitch low in the dirt. Nice eye by Andrews. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There was not an official stat kept. I mean, I'm sure there are at big league ballparks, but I would guess we had 60 foul balls in one game. And I'm not exaggerating. Dan Walker, our director of operations, nodding. He agrees. There's a ball swung on, hit to center field, but right at the center fielder. Easy catch for the Dutch, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Grinnell in the bottom of the second inning. After 2 complete, Grinnell leads Pella 1-0 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza. This third inning is brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
As Dan said, we move to the top of the third inning. Quickly moving softball game here. Dutch will have Ela Heemstra, the designated player. 9th hitter Cameron Long, the right fielder. Then back to the top of the order, Ava Curry. Scheduled to bat this inning for Coach Katie Gravert. See, we can't get a boys baseball update here for you. Again, Tiger Boys hosting the Pella Dutch baseball team over at Fowler Field, just over to our right. And we'll see if we can't get an update for you on that score as well. Looks like Pella leads Grinnell 3-1 now in the middle of the second inning. So the Dutch up on the Tigers 3-1, second inning.
The designated player number 11, Ella Heemstra.
Ella Heemstra now steps in for the Dutch as a designated player, which means she bats but does not play in the field. Takes the pitch from Reese. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 count now. Reese settling in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Is nice pitch by Reese. Took something off that. Softball players throw their changeup a little bit differently, obviously, than baseball. They have the same arm motion. It looks like they're going to throw hard, but they can do something with their fingers in the grip to make it come in slower. That pitch outside. Good discipline by Heemstra not to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But the ball gets there slower than the hitter thinks it does, so they get out ahead of it for a swing and a miss. 1-2. Swung on and ripped foul down the right field line, out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another Circus Financial foul ball. First of our 4 broadcasts this week on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Tomorrow night baseball. Pitch. Swung on and ripped in between first and second for a clean single. And Heemstra is on for the Dutch. See if Graver goes with a courtesy runner. No, nobody's coming out. So Heemstra reaches on a single.
The right fielder, number 9, Cameron Long.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, right fielder Cameron Long. See if Graver tries to bunt her over. Flanders thinks so. Squares the bunt, lays down a beauty. Only plays to first in time to get the out. Tigers rotated and cover that, so Long has a sacrifice. Heemstra does get down to second, so Long does her job, gets the runner to scoring position. That brings up the top of the order. Third baseman number 20, Ava Curry. She struck out her first time up. Curry steps in to face Reese. Off-speed pitch inside for ball 1. Beautiful night here at the ballpark at the softball complex. No wind to speak of. Temperature in the mid-60s. Might get down to the lower 50s by the time we're done. Pitch swung on and ripped to the first base side. Hits the bag and goes up over the head of the first baseman. Throw home is high. Now they got a caught in a rundown here at home. Up high, the ball's misplayed, and the runner is safe at home. And meanwhile, after all that, Curry, sprinting around the bases, advanced over to third. So, unfortunate bit of luck there. Somewhere I heard some coach say, rather be lucky than good. At that time, Curry had a nice slow roller. Set to field, it was the Tiger first baseman, but hits the bag, bounces up over her head. And as a result, Curry gets on third. The Dutch get a score, run to tie the score, and we are tied at 1-1. After all that. So she does get credit for a single. And then a throwing error allowed the run to score. Center fielder Kali Taki comes to bat now. Her first pitch swung and fouled back off the fence for strike 1. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Taki popped out to the second baseman, her first time up. Curry now 60 feet away with the go-ahead run. 0-1 count, scores a bunt, and lays down a great bunt, but it goes foul. Might have had the squeeze on that time, did Coach Grover, because Curry sprinted for home right away. With that good speed, had that ball stayed fair, might have made it. Now the count's 0-2. Now, as you said, Tauke, you can still bunt with 2 strikes, but if you square a bunt and foul it off instead of getting the bat again, it'll be an out. Now Katie Robert calls Kylie Taki down there, gives her some instruction. And Taki steps in, and here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. So just one of those funny bounces that sometimes happens in baseball to softball. Results in Dutch getting a run, and it's tied up 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped foul. Out of play over the right-hand side. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Don't run a foul of your financial situation. Stopping to see Tom Cirques, Dustin Smith, or Natalie Pavia, Cirques Financial. They will help you get your questions answered. There's an off-speed pitch, change-up upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me. There we go. Had to look at my score sheet just a moment. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Tauke. Pitch. Swung on, and that's popped way up in the air to center field. And the Tigers collide. The ball drops. And that'll be an error, and that allows Curry to come home. And the Dutch lead it now 2-1. So a couple Tigers play the game of you got it, I got it, you take it, I got it. And the ball falls to the ground. So Tauke ends up on second. Curry scores, and Dutch lead Grinnell 2-1. Brings up second baseman, number 15, Katie Shekel. Shekel now stands in, takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Notice Tauke at second base takes a really, really big lead off. And unlike baseball, you have to wait till the ball leaves the hand before you can leave the bag. You can't lead off in softball. And then once you're off the bag, pitch up and in for ball one. You can stay off the bag until the ball gets to the circle, as long as the pitcher's in the circle. If the pitcher has the ball, they are in the circle, then if you're off the bag, you have to either immediately advance to the next base or go back to the base you're occupying. Immediately, and that's in the rules. Swung on and chopped off the plate to the pitcher, gets past the pitcher, and is that in time? Yes, says the umpire. Tauke goes to third, and now there are 2 outs. So Tigers catch a break of their own there. Good play by Van Comperno second to literally get the ball up and over. And that brings up Lucy Carlson, the Dutch catcher. She popped out to the third baseman last time up. Pitch in there for a strike, says Mike Vint. One of those funky innings. Tigers were cruising along. They had a single. And then a hit off the first base bag, popped up over the first baseman's head. Allowed the Dutch to tie it. Then an error allowed the Dutch to get the go-ahead run. That pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. 2-1 Dutch lead here. Top of the third. Swung on and chopped right to first base. It gets past the first baseman. Into right field for a base hit. Ball gets past the shortstop, and the Tigers were backing it up, and now the runner does not advance. But another runner for the Dutch, and they lead now 3-1. So the wheels kind of falling off here for the Tigers. Dutch get 2 runs this inning, both unearned. Courtesy runner coming in. Looks like that is number 7.
The courtesy runner for the Dutch, for the catcher Lucy Carlson, number 7, Avery Parks.
Avery Parks now running. And like a lot of coaches, Katie Grover does not give hand signals. She calls out numbers. The players have it on a wristband or around their waist. And then she calls out a number. The players look at the number that corresponds to it, and then they can see the play. Brings up Lucy Carlson, the catcher. Swung on and hit right towards the pitcher. Easy play over and across, and that is the 3rd out, and that retires the side. But the Dutch get 3 runs. They lead 3-1 going to the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual.
To the bottom of the 3rd inning we go. Tigers were leading 1-0, but after a top of the 3rd inning that saw 2 hits, 2 errors, and 3 runs scored, now the Tigers trail the Dutch 3-1. Of course, our innings brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm, as they always are throughout the whole season. Appreciate Brett Nickel for doing that. Tigers will send Riley Imhoff, Alyssa Flander, and then top of the order, Ella Greif, to the plate for Coach Mike Doty, who obviously cannot be pleased with the turn of events. I mean, the ball hitting the bag, that's just a fluke. There's nothing you can do or prepare for that one. That's just one of those things. But the throwing errors afterwards, the misplayed fly ball in left field, and other errors, those are what you can control. And I'm sure frustrating for not only Coach Doty, but the players as well. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1 to Riley Imhoff. Again, Imhoff, Flanders, and the top of the order, Ella Greif for the Tigers. 3-1, Dutch take the lead over the baseball diamond. Pella still leads Grinnell 3-1. There's a ball swung on and chopped foul down the 3rd baseline. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Pella leads Grinnell 2-1. Tigers have a runner on first base. Facing Vanderloon, the pitcher, for the Dutch. 1 ball, 1 strike is your count to Imhoff. Here's a pitch from DeYoung. Swung on and ripped towards the third base side right, towards Graver's throw high, but nice snag by the first baseman. Saves the play and then makes the tag for good measure. And Imhoff is thrown out. 5-3 for the first out. Brings up number 15, Alyssa Flander, the Tiger third baseman. So Flander steps in to face DeYoung for the first time tonight. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that is ripped to the left center. That is going to drop in, get past the left fielder to the fence. Flander on her way to second will be held there by Coach Doty. Dutch gets the ball in quickly, but Flander with a double to left center field. 1 hop hit the fence, and just like that, Tigers back in business. Brings up Ella Greif, your first baseman. You wouldn't think so with the Tigers' leading hitter. Coach Doty would have her bunt, but you never know. That's why I'm a basketball coach. There's Greif, swings on the first pitch, pops it up to the right side, caught by the right fielder. Flander taking off for third, throw in way up the line, and so Greif does her job. She gets Flander to third, and Greif again just underneath it a little bit. DeYoung with that rise ball causes hitters to get just underneath it enough to pop it up in the air. Flew out to right field for that second out. Brings up Kate Van Compernel, who singled and scored her first time up. Pitch on the way from DeYoung outside for ball 1. Again, just an absolutely beautiful night here at the ballpark. Van Compernel set to take the pitch from DeYoung. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base side past Coach Mike Doty. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's another Cirques Financial foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third for Grinnell here in the bottom of the third inning. 3-1, Dutch with the lead. Tigers started the game off getting 1 run, led 1-0. And then the top of the third, the Dutch used 2 hits and 2 Tiger errors to take the lead, 3-1. Pitch outstairs and up high. Here comes Flander sprinting home, and she will score. So Flander gets home, and just like that, Tigers cut the deficit down to 1. So 2 balls and a strike now to Van Compernel. Tigers trail now 3-2. Here comes the pitch from DeYoung. Upstairs, DeYoung gives a long look at the home plate umpire, Mike Vince. He wanted that one, but he called it a high for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and popped up. Nice play by the second baseman. Ranges over, almost behind the first base bag, makes the catch for the third out. 2 retire to the side. But Tigers get 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. After 3 complete, your score is Pella 3, Grinnell 2 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate. And this fourth inning is brought to you by
Brent Nichols State Farm. All right, I was going to get there, but good job, Dan Walker. With Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. Glad to have you with us here on this Monday night. Start of a 4-game broadcast week on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Softball tonight, Grinnell Pella Christian. Baseball tomorrow night, Grinnell Benton. And then back here Wednesday, first pitch low and away for ball 1. Softball doubleheader against the Eagles. All that coming up this week on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Go to our website. The address is in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. You'll see the schedule posted for all Tiger broadcasts. Swung on, and that is ripped to right field, but ranging back, making the catch. Imhoff makes the catch. And that pitch was hit hard. And just like that, Lyons flies out to right field. Wow. Brings up third base number 12, Kiara Riggin. She struck out her first time up. Pitch down low for ball 1. 3-2, Tigers trailing. The Dutch here, the top of the 4th. Or in the baseball diamond. Grinnell trails Pella 3-1 in the bottom of the 3rd, but they have runners at first and second. There's a ball hit to right field again. Going back is Imhoff. Had trouble circling that in, but then makes the beat on it and makes the catch. So Riggin flies out to right field as well for the second out. That brings up Ella Heemstra. She singled and scored her last time up. There are 2 outs in that boys game, 3-1. Tigers have runners on first and second with 2 outs against the Dutch. Trail them 3-1, bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch from Reese. That's swung on and hit out to right field as well. Will she get the hat trick? Imhoff gets the hat trick, the 3rd out. All 3 to right field, and that will retire the side. After 3.5, Pella leads Grinnell 3-2 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics. Big signs, little signs, ADA, routed, dimensional, digital, environmental graphics, monument, donor and history recognition. We do them all. And more importantly, we work with you to understand what is best for your location, budget, brand, and building code. You don't need to be an expert in design, wayfinding, zoning, materials, installation, or ADA compliance. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Latitude Signage and Design.
Greta Dodd gets things started off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch taken in there for strike 1, says home plate umpire Mike Vint. Dodd grounded out to the shortstop her last time up. Tigers trail 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul right at her foot. For strike 2, a Cirques Financial foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Things getting interesting over on the Tiger baseball field. Tigers trail 3-1. There's a pitch swung on. That is lifted up, but underneath it and making a play, running in, making the catch is a shortstop. And Dodd grounded out to the shortstop her first time up. This time she flies out to the shortstop for out number 1. Brings up the pitch number 16, Rhiann Reese. She singled and then was caught out stealing back in the first inning. 3-1, Tigers trail. They have runners on first and second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pitch taken low for ball 1. Jalen Idle up to bat for the Tigers over there on Fowler Field. Reese now steps in to face DeYoung. Pitch is swung on. That's hit to right field, right center field. Center fielder drifts over a little bit, makes the catch, and Reese is retired for out number 2. That brings up the shortstop, number 17, Kylie Bond. Bond, as you recall, hit a ball well to the fence, had a double, but then got caught. She overran the base, getting the signal from Coach Doty to stop instead of going to third. And when she went back, the ball was waiting for her. She was tagged out, and Bond was retired. Swung on. That's ripped up the middle for a base hit, right past the pitcher's glove. So Bond gets on board, her second hit of the night. She does get credit. She does get credit for that hit in the first inning, or the second inning rather, and she gets a single here. So Bond is aboard, 2 outs, brings up Kelsey Van Compernol. She grounded out to the third baseman her first time up. Bond thinks about it and retreats back. Ball taken for low for ball 1. Pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to Van Compernol. Macy Andrews, the designated player, waits on deck. Should Van Compernol get on. Here's the pitch. Thought about it, but she held off and is upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. I'm sure Coach Doty will have her take on this one. Calling out a number. Coach Doty uses it as well. The players all have wristbands with a sheet. Has the numbers on it and the corresponding play the coach wants. Scores the bunt, pulls it back, and that is a strike, I believe, yes. Bond faked the steal. And the pitch taken for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Van Compernol was taking all the way on that one. Here comes the 3-1 from Sage DeYoung. Outside for ball 4. So a single and now a walk. And Tigers got something going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There are 2 outs, however. Brings up Macy Andrews, the D plea. Flew out to center field her last time up. Here's the pitch from DeYoung. Swung on and fouled back out of play right over our broadcast position for strike 1. It's a Cirques Financial foul ball. 0-1 now to Andrews. Dutch have a lot of speed and they've shown some pretty good arms, so just because the ball gets hit out of the infield, as Pella has her infield in a little bit, or their normal depth with 2 outs. Pitch inside. Nice stop by the catcher. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But just because the ball gets hit out of the infield doesn't mean that necessarily that Tigers are going to score from second base. Kylie Bond's fast, but have to see what shakes if Coach Doty decides to send her. Pitch on the way, swung on and swing and a miss. 4 strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrews steps out of the box, takes a few swings. Now she steps back in, and here we go. Set to face the pitch from Sage DeYoung. Here's the delivery. Swung on and hit towards the shortstop side. Ball bobbled just a moment across the diamond in time to get Andrews. The bobble made it close, but good play by the shortstop to stay with it, and that is the 3rd out. That retires a side. Tigers get no runs on 2 hits. Strand 2 after 4 complete. Pella leads Grinnell 3-2 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by the Dairy Barn. Also, let's give a shout out to Kurt's Collision Center for sponsoring our scoreboard all season long, and also a recognition for all of our business card sponsors up there in the top right-hand corner that don't have commercials. Michelle Dance Academy, Turnkey Realty, Kurt's Collision Center, Tom Sirks Financial Center, Grinnell Firestone, and along, like I said, with all the other commercial sponsors. Thank you to all those for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
To the top of the 5th inning we go. This inning brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance, one of the many fine sponsors that help us with the broadcast. Dutch will send the number 9, 1 and 2 hitters. Cameron Long, right fielder, steps in now to face Reese. First time, actually, Long grounded out her first time up. Scores to bunt, offers it, and does not get the bat back for a called strike. The batter has to pull the bat back before the ball crosses the plate. It's a judgment call by the umpire. If they do, if it's not a strike, if it's not in the zone, it'll be a ball. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Reese quickly ahead, 0-2 now to Cameron Long. Long, the number 9 hitter, will have Ava Curry, the top of the order, on deck. Long, swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is the first out. That's another Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout. The 4th strikeout for Reese tonight. Our thanks to Michelle's Dance Academy for sponsoring those strikeouts for us. As well as big thanks to all our sponsors. Big thanks and a tip of the hat as well. Top of the order, Ava Curry up. Pitch from Reese, swung on and off the handles right to the second base side, but Van Comperno played her perfectly. Nice pitch by Reese, kind of jammed Curry that time right off the handle, and she popped it out to the second baseman for the second out. Brings up center fielder Kylie Taki. She flew out and walked and scored her last time, her 2 trips tonight. Taki steps in to face Reese. Update on the boys game here in a minute. Pitch outside for ball 1. Tigers now trail Pella 4-1 after 3.5. Tigers set to come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tauke now steps in. Pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, tomorrow night, baseball. We move over to Fowler Field. Tiger Boys host Benton Community for baseball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. That pitch, change up, low in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Greta Dodd. And it's 2 balls and a strike. That game starts around 7:30 or so. We'll take the air about 7:20 on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Here's the 2-1. Swung on a ripped into left center field. And Tauke, good solid single that time. And she gets on with 2 outs. That'll bring up Katie Shekel. She has doubled and grounded out her prior 2 trips tonight. Shekel steps in to face Reese. See if Gravert, the Pella Dutch coach, has her steal. Throw down quickly. Ball was low for ball 1. Tauke leaned out there a little bit. Greta threw down just to remind her that, yes, I am paying attention to you. Knew she wasn't going to get her out, but she threw it down there just to let her know, yep, I'm watching you. 1-0 delivery. Swung on and ripped to the deep hole in the shore. Tough play for Bond. No chance to get the runner. Good play by Bond just to chase it down. That was almost behind the third baseman, so Bond got there to knock it down. And the Dutch are in business with runners at first and second with 2 out. As Tauke advances to second, brings up the catcher, number 14, Lucy Carlson. She has popped out to third base side her last time up. Pitch swung on right back of the pitcher, and that's into center field. Here comes 1 run home, and that scores Tauke. Right back at the pitcher. Reese, as you would expect, nationalistic duck and get out of the way. That zinged by her head. Courtesy runner now coming in for the catcher. That is number 7 for the Dutch coming in. So Dutch have runners Shekel at second and Carlson now steps in. Check that. That's Katie Pollock. Looked like it was a ball, I believe. Did not go. Pollock now steps in and it's 1-0. Pitch inside, gets away from the catcher. Runners are going to advance and move up. 2 balls, no strikes. To Katie Pollock. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. Mike Vinn just corrected us. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Okay. So Pollock now in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers desperately need a Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout here. 1-2 now from Reese on the way. Way outside. Nice discipline by Pollock not to chase that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for the Dutch here. Top of the 5th inning, they lead Grinnell 4-2. Reese with the pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers desperately trying to get out of this inning. 3-2 now. Pitch on the way from Reese. Tiger infield in. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul back. Just getting a piece of it was Pollock. A Cirques Financial foul ball, and the count remains full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 run already across for the Dutch here in this top of the 5th. Looking to get more. 3-2 delivery from Reese. Outside, and Pollock is on. Now the bases are loaded. Brings up the first baseman, number 24, Peyton Lyons. Lyons steps up. She is struck out and flied out. She flew out to right field, got a good hit, caught a lot of it. Very dangerous hit at the plate here. Reese with the pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 2 outs, bases loaded with Pella Dutch players. Peyton Lyons at the plate. Dutch trying to break this one open here at the top of the 5th inning. Reese gets a sign. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit foul. Out of play down the right field line. No balls, 2 strikes. That's another Cirques Financial foul ball. Key moment in this ball game right here. 0-2 the count to Lyons. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Change up outside. Lyons does not chase it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice block by Greta Dodd, Tiger catcher. Reese now stares in. Gets a sign. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A big Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout by Reese. And the Dutch strand 3, but do get 1. And Pella leads Grinnell 4-2 here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
All right, that top of the 5th is interesting, but Tigers, although the Dutch had the bases loaded, Tigers avoided disaster, just gave up the 1 run, and they trail Pella 4-2. Over on the baseball side of things, Pella leads Grinnell 4-2, but Tigers are batting in the bottom of the fourth inning. They have runners on first and second with 2 outs. So again, we'll keep you updated on that game as the boys are hosting Pella on the baseball side of things. Tigers will lead off
the right fielder, number 3, Riley Imhoff.
with the right fielder, number 3, Riley Imhoff. She ground out to the third baseman her last time up. Imhoff stands in to face DeYoung. There's a pitch swung on and hit toward the third base side. Nice play by the third baseman. Up with it. Fires across in time to get Imhoff for the first out. 5-3 put out, gets the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out, brings up third baseman number 15, Alyssa Flander. She doubled and scored her last time up. Scored on a pass ball. So Flander has 1 hit tonight. Here's a pitch from DeYoung. Swung on, that's hit up in the air just underneath it to left field. Left fielder swings in and makes the catch for the second out. And now move to the top of the order. Ella Greif, Tiger first baseman, steps in. She has flown out to right field both times she has batted tonight. So if you go by the averages, Greif is certainly due. Greif scores a bunt, and he takes it for a strike. Again, Sage DeYoung doing a nice job against the Tiger number 1 hitter, least average-wise, Ella Greif. Swung on, and that's chopped towards third. Nice play by the third baseman. Up and across the diamond in time. 3 up, 3 down for Grinnell, and that is it. The Tigers go quietly in the bottom of the 5th. After 5 complete, Pella leads Grinnell 4-2 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza.
To the top of the 6th inning we go here. Quickly moving ball game. Over on the baseball side of things, getting interesting. Tigers get a run across. Now they now trail Pella 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Still batting. 2 outs. Runners at second and third now for the Tigers. Pardon me. And we'll again give you updates and keep tabs on that one. So 4-2 over here. Tigers start off led 1-0. Pella came back, got 3 runs. Tigers got 1 run back to make it 3-2, but then the Dutch get that run back, and they lead now 4-2. Could have been a lot worse in that 5th inning. Dutch had bases loaded with 2 outs and got a big strikeout from Mella Reese, and Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout ended that threat. So Kiera Riggin now leads off for the Dutch here in the top of the 6th inning, brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm. Here's the pitch. That one just a bit inside, as the Bob Uecker would say. I know you movie fans, he said just a bit outside, but I'm using creative license to make my point here. I'm allowed to do that, I think. And if not, I did it anyway. Pitch catches the corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dutch send Riggin, Heemstra, and Long to the plate. 7, 8, 9 hitters here in this bottom of the 6th, or rather top of the 6th inning. Dutch lead 4-2. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riggin steps in, looking to protect the plate against Reese. That pitch way upstairs. Nice job by Riggin not to chase that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers' threat was ended in the 4th inning, but they did get 1 run, so they now trail Pella 4-3 here going into the top of the 5th inning. Swung on, that's popped up. Going to drift out of play right near the Tiger dugout for a Cirques Financial foul ball. Don't run afoul of your financial situation. Call or stop in and see Tom Sirks, Dustin Smith, or Natalie Pavey at Sirks Financial Services on Main Street in downtown Grinnell. They'll help chart you a path to a better financial future. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, that hit her. Reese tried to throw a little changeup, got away from her, up and in. Hits the batter, and Riggin gets on. Hit by the pitch. Brings up designated player number 11, Ela Heemstra. She singled and scored and then flew out to right field her prior 2 trips. See if Coach Katie Gravert has Riggin steal. Scores to bunt, does Heemstra. Takes it up and in for ball 1. Again, you see the players looking at their wrists. They wear a game sheet, a signal sheet, so to speak. The coach assigns each situation a number. There's a square to bunt, and that's bunted foul down the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Instead of giving hand signals like they used to back in the day, a lot of coaches, including Coach Mike Doty, they make the players put a wristband on. They have the list of numbers, and each number corresponds to a play call, so the coach simply calls out a number. The players look at the sheet, and they know what play is on. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Breaks across. Nice pitch. Breaks in on the right-handed hitting Ella Heemstra for strike 2. So far, Riggin at first, taking some big leads, but has not taken off. 1-2 delivery on the way. Swung on, hit up the middle, and that is going to be a base hit into center field. So Heemstra gets a single. And just like that, Dutch have runners at first and second, nobody out. That brings up Cameron Long, the right fielder.
Next batter is the right fielder, number 9, Cameron
Grounded
Long.
out, struck out her prior 2 trips. There's the ball popped up, and
Popped up and caught by the first baseman.
nice play by Ella Greif to run in, sprint up there, and make that catch. So
In the inning for Grinnell.
pop out or bunt out to the first baseman for the first out. Runners do not advance.
Brings at the plate the shortstop.
Top of the order now, number 20, Ava Curry, the third baseman. She has struck out, singled and scored, and flew out her prior 3 trips. Curry, statistically the best hitter for the Dutch, takes strike 1. Batting up over 500 is Curry. Facing Rihanna Reese for the Tigers. 0-1 delivery on the way. Change up inside, says Mike Vint for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Reese. Swung on, and that is jumped on by Curry, but foul down the third base line. Too close to the fence. The Tiger left fielder gives chase, but cannot make the catch for the second strike. Another Sirks Financial foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 delivery. Ripped. Waited. A nice job by Curry to wait on that. That was a changeup on the inside part, and Curry didn't want to take a chance, so she ripped it foul down the first base side. Another Sirks Financial foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Dutch here in this top of the 6th inning. Reese gets a signal. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and popped up right inside. Somebody call it, and Reese makes the call and makes the catch. Bit of drama right there. Both players went for it, and then the catcher, Greta Dodd, pulled back. But the ball is caught by Reese for the second out. A big second out. Brings up center fielder number 6, Kalitaki. Pella got those runs back. Did not lead Grinnell 6-3 now in the top of the 5th inning. Taki now steps in, runners at first and second. 2 outs. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. So again, Tigers get themselves in a bit of a hole trying to dig back out and avoid any damage here. Here's the pitch. That hit her. That ball hit her helmet. That hit Mike Vinn off his helmet. And now bases are loaded. Everybody moves up. And again, bases are loaded for Pella with 2 outs. And that will bring Katie Shekel, the Dutch second baseman, to the plate. She has doubled, grounded out, and doubled her prior 2 trips, so dangerous hitter here. 2 outs, runners full of Dutch. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. Mike Vint takes his mask off and he looks towards. Not sure what that was all about. He checks his partner on something. So I have it down for 2 outs, so we'll have to see how that manifests. So we don't know what that was about, but anyway, pitch taken outside for ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Have to see if we can get word of what that little thing was about. 2-0 on the way. In there for a strike. Taki, the center fielder. Or rather, excuse me, Shekel, the center fielder, or the second baseman. There we go. I'll get it right. Eventually. 2-1 now the count. That ball swinging foul back off the fence. 4 strike, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners, bases loaded with Dutch here. Top of the 6th inning. It's another Cirques Financial foul ball. 2-2 pitch on the way from Reese. Upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big moment in this ball game. Katie Shekel against Rianne Reese. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 by Mike Vint. A big Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout. Retires aside and ends that threat. Wow. Dutch left the bases loaded but don't get anybody across. They lead Grinnell 4-2 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual.
All right, to the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Innings brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm. Tigers. Top of the 5th inning, Dutch left the bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning, Dutch left the bases loaded. Tigers get out of it, and they are still in this ball game, just trailing 4-2. Wow, living dangerously, but getting the job done. So I show 4, we'll see. And to the bottom of the 6th we go. That brings up center fielder number 23, Kate Van Compernol. Tigers just have 6 outs left to get something done here. Van Compernol jumps on the first pitch, grounds it towards third, up and fires across in time. Nice arm there at third. Kira Riggin rips it across to the first base side for the out. And that brings up catcher Greta Dodd. Grounded out, popped out her prior 2 trips. That pitch way up and away for ball 1. One out, nobody on here for Grinnell. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dutch lead Grinnell 4-2. Dodd swung on. That is ripped down the third base. That's going to be a fair ball into the corner. Missed by the left fielder. Dodd going to go to second, and Doty's going to hold her at second. So Dodd gets a double.
Tigers' 6th hit of the game. So we're at second for Grinnell, 1 out. Brings up the plate the pitcher for the Tigers.
Brings up the pitcher number 16, Ree Reese. She has singled and flown out here this prior to. Up into the boys' baseball game, Grinnell trails Pella 6-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here it's 4-2. Tigers trail the Dutch. Pitch outside for ball 1. Going to die with a nice double. Took a couple hops, hit the fence in the left field, past the left fielder, and Dottie in at second with a double. Here's a pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Reese stands in against DeYoung. Here's a pitch. That's swung on and hit up in the air on the third base side, giving chase quickly. A lot of Dutch people were there, but just right where nobody could get to it. And the Dutch shortstop even over there comes up with a little bit of hitch in her giddy up, maybe hit the fence there. She was running hard, and she has her glove off. They're going to call time and have her checked out. She come back holding her right knee and shin. Probably hit that fence pretty good. And they're going to call time while they check her out. Coach Katie Gravert asks her if she's okay. Gets the nod from her shortstop. As Ava Curry. And we play on. 2 balls and a strike now. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Young starts the ball on the left-handed hitters. Starts the ball right at him, then breaks it across the plate. Nice pitch for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. That hit her.
And Reese on with the hit batsman.
Reese takes one. Wears it, as they say.
With 1 out.
Had 3 hit bats people in this game. 2 by Pella, 1 by Grinnell. Reese kind of rubbing that back. We will have a courtesy runner coming out. Number 8.
And
Josie Smith running now for the pitcher, Ree Reese. And now Katie Cravert comes out to the mound to talk to her team. Coach Mike Doty talks to his base runners and coaching staff as well. Update on the baseball game. Top of the 6th inning, Pella leads Grinnell 6-4. We will have baseball tomorrow night here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network as the Tigers step out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. And they host the Benton Bobcats coming to town. 15-5 are the Bobcats before tonight's action of the year. We'll have that game for you tomorrow night right here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Then Wednesday, we're back here at the Tiger Softball Complex. Tigers continue in Little Hawkeye Conference play as they welcome Pella Christian Eagles for a doubleheader starting around 5:30.
Next batter for the Tigers, the shortstop, number 17, Kylie Bond.
And then we'll have the second game as well. 2 games on Wednesday. So 1 game tomorrow night, 2 games Wednesday. All that this week on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, powered by YouTube. Kylie Bond steps in now. She is singled her prior 2 trips. Pitch right down the chute for strike 1. Runners at first and second for Grinnell. 1 out. No balls, 1 strike, 2 Bond. Tigers trail 4-2. Here's a pitch. Swung on. That's popped up to the right side. Giving chase in foul ground and lands harmlessly foul for strike 2. That's another Cirques Financial foul ball. So Bond in the hole now, 0-2. Again, just 1 out here at bottom of the 6th. Tigers trying to cut into this Dutch lead as the Dutch lead Grinnell 4-2. Bond takes her time stepping in the box to face Sage DeYoung. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and off the handles, popped up to the infield. Shortstop ranges way over behind the third base side. Makes that catch. And Bond is retired for the second out. Brings up for the Tigers, second baseman number 32, Kelsey Van Compernol. Again, Tigers at first and second. 2 outs. Van Camperl scores him up, pulls it back. And Tigers had a steal on. And so now Tigers have runners at second and third. So Coach Doty called the double steal with Van Camperl scoring the bunt. The third base person rushed in, and the rotation was slow, and no throw was available to the Dutch catcher. So Tiger runners move up at second and third, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Van Camperl swings at one, chops a foul down in the dirt for strike 1. Oh, my apologies. 0-2, rather. No balls, 2 strikes to Van Camperl. 2 out. 0-2 pitch on the way from DeYoung. Swung on and chopped towards the shortstop side. Shortstop bobbles it, and the Tigers get a run home. Curry looks to the dugout. Tiger player ran in front of her, but she did not obstruct her that I saw. Curry talking to the third baseman about that one. So Tigers get a run, and everybody's safe. And now Mike Doty calls time to talk to his batter and base runners and first base coach Kate Kriegel. Plays her softball at Simpson College for the Storm. Doty gets his instructions to his troops, and they come back.
Designated player 33, Macy Andrews.
So Macy Andrews steps up with the runners at first and third with 2 out. Waiting the pitch from Sage DeYoung. Andrews scores the bunt, pulls the ball back. Ball fired down. And the Dutch just concede the stolen base to Van Camperl.
Second and third for Grinnell.
Ball 1 now to Andrews.
2 on, 2 out. And 1 in.
Pitch from DeYoung on the way. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrews steps out of the box, takes a couple practice swings, looks down at Coach Doty, steps back in, now is ready to face DeYoung with the 1-1 delivery on the way. That pitch is low. Nice stop by the catcher for the Dutch. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's Lucy Carlson. Got down and blocked that, so that wouldn't go anywhere else. Dutch already have 1 pass ball tonight that allowed a Tiger run. Did not want to have a second one to tie this one up. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runners at second and third. Grinnell trails 4-3. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's ripped up into center field for a base hit. 1 runner's across. Here comes a throw home, and it is in time. But the Tigers do get a run. Mike Vint wanted to make sure the catcher hung onto the ball. Nice play by the catcher and the fielder for the Dutch. But Tigers get 2 runs in, and this ball game is now tied at 4. After 6 complete, Tigers and Dutch tied at 4-4 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate. Top of the 7th is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
It's a whole new ball game. We're tied at 4.
All right. Tigers get the job done, tie this game up at 4-4 here in the top of the 7th. Dutch, the Pella Dutch, will be sending Lucy Carlson, Katie Pollock, and Peyton Lyons scheduled to hit for Coach Katie Gravert. Again, both teams looking to snap a bit of a losing streak and get a win here tonight, obviously. But they come in having lost a few games in a row. Riri still on the mound. Appears to show no ill effects from getting plunked in the back by that pitch, getting hit by the pitch right in the back. Reese appears okay, and Carlson steps in. Here we go. Pitch, first pitch, way outside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Outside again for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Pella boys now lead Grinnell 7-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Pella still batting, runners to first and second with just 1 out. Reese now, 2-0, swung on and popped straight up. Going to be out of play. Fan make the catch. Nope. E on the fan. That's a Sox Financial foul ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Lucy Carlson, the Dutch catcher. Back in the day, as kids, we would chase those foul balls down and bring them back up the press box. You get a dime for those things. I'm not going to tell you how far back that was, but you can tell by how much you get back for it. You kind of have an idea. That's quite a ways back. We'll just leave it at that. Well before 2000.
Is that when you paid a dime to get in?
Pretty much. Pretty much. 3-1. Inside, and Carlson draws a walk.
Inside pitch on 3-1, and Carlson able to coax a walk to lead off the 7th inning.
Graver now going to have a courtesy runner come in, I do believe, for her catcher. Number 7, I believe, again. Yep.
So courtesy runner is number 7, Avery Parks. Courtesy running for the
Avery
pitcher,
Parks
Carlson.
coming in again.
The runner at first, nobody out.
So the Dutch have the go-ahead runner. Now Mike Doty's going to come out to the mound and talk to his troops as well. Had a lot of stuff happen in this ball game. Had a routine ground ball hit the first base bag, pop up over the first baseman's head, which led to 2 runs. It was a hit, and then the Tiger had a throwing error. They had to play in a rundown, but a throwing error let the ball get away, and the Dutch scored a run. We've had both teams have the bases loaded and not get anything across. Tigers had runners at second and third and got 2 across to tie it up. Coach Doty said his piece. Now he drifts back into the dugout. And here we go.
Is the left fielder number 2, Katie Pollock.
Katie Pollock now steps in. Grounded out and walked. Tiger infield in. In case Pollock tries to bunt here. Here's the pitch. Scores the bunt, lays down a beautiful bunt over to first in time for the out. Flander gets the out, so Pollock does her job. Gets a sacrifice. First out, and Park runs down to second. Is in scoring position. Brings up first baseman Peyton Lyons. Lyons has struck out, flew out, and struck out her prior 3 trips. Facing Reese, here's the pitch. Changeup up and away for ball 1. I'm sure just like the Dutch were told don't give anything to Greif to hit, I'm sure Coach Mike Doty and his staff have told the Tiger pitchers don't give anything for Lyons to hit. She hits it, usually goes pretty far. There's a ball ripped down the first base line, but foul. Another Sox Financial foul ball, and the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Lyons now steps back in against Reese. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second for the Dutch. Tie game, 4-4, top of 7th. Pitch just misses the outside corner for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Two 2-1 delivery on the way now from Reese. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Peyton Lyons thought about it, kind of dropped the bat and then pulled it back. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at second for the Dutch here, top of the 7th. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Reese. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout again at a great time. Strikeout sponsored by Michelle's Dance Academy all season long. Brings up 2 outs and brings up third baseman Kiara Riggin. She has struck out and flown out. Was hit by a pitch that got to third her prior 3 trips. Here's a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Again, runner at second, Avery Park, very speedy runner for Coach Katie Gravert, pardon me. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch, beautiful one, starts outside, breaks across the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 Kiara Riggin, the third baseman for the Dutch, who has quite the arm and she's put on display tonight. 1-1 pitch on the way. That pitch catches outside corner as well for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can we get another Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout here? 1-2 on the way from Reese. Upstairs and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As you heard the groan from the Tiger faithful. Pella leads Grinnell now 9-4 in the top of the 6th inning. In baseball over at Fowler Field. 2-2 on the way from Reese. Swung on, foul back off the fence. Nice job by Riggin to foul that one off. A Cirques Financial foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on here in the top of the 7th for Pella Dutch. Ball game tied 4-4. Glad to have you with us on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network tonight. Chris Judy, Dan Walker with you. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and an off speed. Gets Riggin to strike out. Another Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout, and probably the biggest one of the game so far. Stops that Dutch threat. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left after 6.5. Grinnell Pella tied at 4-4 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by the Dairy Barn.
All right, to the bottom of the 7th inning we go. Tied up 4-4, Grinnell and Pella. New pitcher in for the Dutch. Number 7, Avery Parks coming in. And Sage DeYoung is done for the night. Nice outing by DeYoung. Nice strong defense behind her. And Parks takes her warm-up pitches. Catcher throws it down, and here we go. Tigers will have Riley Imhoff, Alyssa Flanders, then the top of the order, Ella Greif. Here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Imhoff has grounded out to the third base side both times. So she's gotten around on the pitches. But right at the third baseman, who's gunned her out. Was quite an arm display by the Dutch third baseman. So here we go. Park, swing and hit right up the middle. Going to be a base hit.
Fielded by the center fielder, clean single for Riley Imhoff.
So Imhoff singles up the middle.
Fields it cleanly.
Brings up third base number 15, Alyssa Flander. Have a courtesy runner.
Third baseman, number 15, Alyssa Flander.
Courtesy runner for the Tigers.
Nobody out.
Didn't quite catch the number. We'll get that number to you here in just a moment. Flander comes up, the third baseman. So Tigers have the leadoff runner on. Pella brings her infield in. Mike Vint getting all the instructions. He tells the batter, Flander, to step out a minute. I'm not quite ready. So here we go. See what Coach Doty has on here. Dutch bring their infield in. First and third in way deep. Second and shortstop at normal depth, even a little deep. Scores a bunt. Ball taken high for ball 1. Throw down, not in time. The pinch runner back. It's number 4 is courtesy running. Aiden Gosling, the runner. So lots of speed on the base pass for the Tigers. Gosling represents the winning run. 1-0 on the way. Swung on and ripped right to third. Goes over to second for 1 and across, not in time to turn the double play. So Dutch get the leadoff runner. Flander reaches on the fielder's choice. And that goes to the top of the order with first base number 13, Ella Greif. flied out, grounded out her prior 3 trips. Takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. Winning run at first base for the Tigers in the form of Alyssa Flander. Greif towards third base side, picked up by Riggins, over across to 2, and safe at first again. So Flander is grounded out for the second out. Greif reaches on the fielder's choice. That brings up the center fielder, Kate Van Compernol. Singled and scored, flew out, and struck out her prior 3 times up. Runner's going, pitch up for a ball, throw not in time. So Greif gets in with the stolen base, and it's 1-0 now to Van Compernol. Tigers now have the winning run in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Park. Swung on a cracked foul. Hits a light on the lower part of the post for a foul ball, a Sharks Financial foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Up to the end of the baseball score, Tiger Boys now trail Pella 11-4 in baseball. 1-1 on the way, swung on, hit towards the shortstop. Scooped up across the diamond in time to get the runner. Curry guns out Van Compernol, and that will retire the side, and we are going to extra innings. After 7 complete, Grinnell Pella tied 4-4 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza. In this top of the 8th is brought to you by Brent Nichols State Farm.
So to extra innings we go, top of the 8th inning. Tigers still going with Reese on the mound, looks like, for Coach Doty. And Dutch will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Ella Heemstra, Cameron Long, and then Ava Curry to bat here in this top of the 8th inning. What a start to our broadcast week here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Softball tonight, boys baseball tomorrow night. The Tiger Boys welcome Benton Community to Fowler Field. We'll have that game for you starting around 7:30. Then back here on Wednesday for a doubleheader in Little Hawkeye Conference play. The Pella Christian Eagles come to town for a softball doubleheader. That will be on Wednesday this week. All that this week on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Heemstra now steps in to face Reese. Pitch catches outside corner for strike 1. Things are going from bad to worse for the Tiger Boys in the baseball diamond. They now trail 13-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Swung on and ripped foul down the third base line. Just foul by Heemstra. A Sirks Financial foul ball. Count is now no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch just outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heemstra, Long, and then top of the order Curry set to schedule to bat for Katie Gravert and the Pella Dutch in this top of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Heemstra thought she could wait on it. She tried, but she swung and a miss. And that's the Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout for the first out. Brings up Cameron Long, the right fielder. Grounded out, struck out, flew out. Her prior 3 trips. Tiger first and third bases are in. anticipating a possible bunt, ball inside. Or the pitch, rather, taken inside for ball 1. Heemstra stands in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cameron Long. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. For Pella, top of the 8th, tie game, 4-4. Swinging ball fouled away, out of play, down the third base side for a Cirques Financial foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball, again, the off speed by Reese. Long tried to wait on it and just chopped it foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Grinnell Pella tied up 4 apiece here in the top of the 8th inning on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. 1-2 delivery on the way from Reese. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another Michelle's Dance Academy strikeout for Reese, her 10th of the night. To the top of the order we go. Brings up second base, or rather,
Shortstop number 20, Ava Curry.
yes, shortstop number 20, Ava Curry. Curry has struck out, singled and scored, flown out and flown out her prior 4 trips. Faces Reese. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that is off the handles right to shortstop. And Curry is retired as Bond makes the catch for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down, still tied 4-4 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Tigers need a run to win.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza.
And again, this bottom of the 8th inning brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm Insurance there on the corner of 6th and 146 in Grinnell. Tigers will send the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Greta Dodd, the catcher, Rihanna Reese, the pitcher, and Kylie Bond, the shortstop, scheduled to bat for Coach Mike Doty here. Both teams looking to snap a losing streak. So Greta Dodd, the catcher, steps up. She is grounded out, flown out, and doubled and scored her prior 3 trips.
Leading off for the Tigers in the bottom of the 8th inning, the catcher, number 6, Greta Dodd.
Faces the new pitcher, Avery Park, for the Dutch. She came in relief last inning for Sage DeYoung, who pitched a fine ball game. Park gave up a couple of singles, but good stellar play by the defense behind her, especially the third baseman, got out of that inning. There's a ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Up with the ball and across is Curry in time for that first out. So 6-3 put out. Brings up the pitcher, Rianne Reese.
The pitcher for the Tigers, number 16, Reese.
So Reese now steps in. Grounded out, flown out, doubled and scored her prior 2 trips. Takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike to Reese. Ball game tied at 4 apiece. Bottom of the 8th inning. That pitch in there as well for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Reese. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Just got a piece of that to foul that off as Reese stays alive. 0-2 the count on a Cirques Financial foul ball. Tigers trail Pella 13-4. The bottom of the 6th inning. They do have runners at first and second. Nobody out, though, against the Dutch. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. That pitch up and away for ball 1. Mike Vince corrects us. I thought it was 1 ball, but he says 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count on Reese. There's a ball fouled up and out of play behind the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another Cirques Financial foul ball. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. Nice job by Reese to work this count to a full count. 1 out, nobody on for Grinnell. Bottom of the 8th inning in a 4-4 ball game. Grinnell and Pella. Softball. Pitch misses outside for ball 4, and Reese is on. I'm sure we'll have a courtesy runner. So Reese draws the walk, and coming out to run is number 8.
That's number 8 for the Tigers. Courtesy running for Reese. Number 8 is Josie Smith. She represents
Josie Smith
with 1 out.
is now on first with 1 out.
Next batter, the shortstop for the Tigers.
Bring up the shortstop, number 17, Kylie Bond. She is singled, and flown out. So 2 for 3 on the night is Bond, facing Avery Park. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Nice block by Carlson there, the Dutch catcher, to stop that ball. And Bond ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Bond goes down to talk to Coach Doty, gets a number from him, looks at the wristband, has the play on, and see if Coach Doty has something on here. With a 2-0 count, Bond scores to bunt. Runners going, pitch upstairs for ball 3, and they stole a base by Josie Smith. And it's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. Now the catcher, Carlson, talks to her infield. Kylie Bond at the plate. 1 out. Bond steps in. Infield back at regular depth. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. So Bond walks, draws a walk. Now Tigers have runners at first and second. 1 out. Brings up Kelsey Van Compernel for the Tigers, and Katie Gravert comes out to talk to her Dutch infield. Mike Doty talks to his infield as well. Tigers did get a run across. They now trail 13-5 in the bottom of the 6th, but there's 2 outs. 1 runner on third for Grinnell. Again, we'll have Tiger baseball tomorrow night on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Tigers welcome the Benton Bobcats to Fowler Field. Game scheduled to start right around 7:30. We'll have all that action for you tomorrow night right here on the Tiger Sports live stream network, powered by YouTube. If you like what you're seeing, we appreciate it. If you go to our Facebook page, you can hit like with that, or go to our website, watch the game there, or go to YouTube and look us up. Hit that like button and then subscribe. You'll be notified of all Tiger Sports live stream broadcasting events. So here we go. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Tigers Dutch tied 4-4. First pitch upstairs, taken by Van Compernel for ball 1. Again, just 1 out, so Tigers and Dutch have to be aware of that and alert. There's a pitch inside. Ball gets away from the catcher, and runners move up. Good alert base run. That ball didn't get very far, but the catcher, Carlson, it got away from her just enough and came out in front of her. She had to chase it down, and that lets the runners advance. 2 balls, no strikes. And Compernel steps in. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. So again, ball game tied 4-4, bottom of the 8th. Tigers have runners at second and third with one out. Kelsey Van Kompernoll at the plate. She's ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 3-0 from Park. Pitch. Catches the corner for strike 1. Dutch have their third and first base people in, because the winning run is 60 feet away. Here's the pitch, squares a bunt, and gets the bunt down. Here comes the squeeze on. It's in time, and that's it. That's the ball game. Coach Doty does the squeeze. My goodness. Van Kompernoll executed it, and Josie Smith sprints home for the winning run, and the Tigers win it 5-2-4. Wow. That'll wrap it up. What a start to our broadcast week here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. 5-4 Tigers with a win. For my partner Dan Walker, I'm Chris Jr. saying we'll see you tomorrow night, Tiger Baseball, on the air around 7:30. This is Tiger Softball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.